Okay, this is a quick demo video of how to add an event in the DroidBuilder's Holocron. Now, to add events, you need to be an event admin, and that will only be assigned if you have a droidbuilders.net email address. The email address is free, so if you are a droid builder, you have a completed droid, we can set you up for that so that you can actually have that information. So, what you want to do is from the main menu, go up to the hamburger menu. Click on it, and if you are an event admin, you'll have this show up on your screen. Choose the event admin. In here, you'll have a variety of events that if you've attended events before, they'll show up and you can just plug away. So these are the three that I've assigned as an event owner or have created the event. To create a new one, you want to use this floating action button here at the bottom. It's the little circle with a plus. Go ahead and click that. I know that popped up kind of strangely. What I really highly recommend is before you do any of the event stuff, have a web browser, go to the event you're going to add, and maybe grab an image that you want to use. So if the event has a logo, just get it prepped, pull it down, save it to your phone. Um, just have all the information that you need to know about it. So we could see this particular one is February 22nd and is going to be going on in 2022. Oops, looks like they didn't do the dates correctly, but we'll go ahead and plug this event in since I know I always happen to attend. So I'm going to jump back here. So I'm going to go and hit the gallery button because I did save that. The first time you do that, if you've not uploaded a picture, it's going to ask for permissions. You're going to need to say yes, you approve. Go ahead and upload the image. It is uploading in the back end. This will not change, so once you've done it, it just works. We'll work on getting that fixed so it's a little cleaner. Leave these all off for now. You don't want to turn these on until way later. So let's go ahead and create our event, which is Connuga 2022, and it happens to be at the Chattanooga Convention Center. Short name is only shows up at the top like a menu item. So what we want to do is you just want to create a very short something that you'll remember and that'll kind of fit up there. Now we know that our event is going to be starting February, so we're going to I'm going to hand code it. You can do this in a variety of ways, but this is February 22nd or 27th, 2022. And hopefully this is going to show up correctly. Now this event always starts at 9 o'clock in the morning. So you get a little clock. You'll just go through, select the time your event starts. Go ahead and click OK. And we're getting February 22nd, right? Now we want to do the same thing over here. You can do the drop down if you're feeling really sassy. But it gets, oops. When you're scheduling them this far out, it's a lot easier to manually do it. Oh, look, the dates that I actually have, they haven't updated their screen, so we're just going to say this is February 28th. I'm going to delete this event after the fact. So, and this is our end time, so we want to say that it's ending at 5 p.m. Actually, it always ends at 4 is when we actually take off because it's pretty quiet then. Okay, this is geographic. You can literally pick a Latin lawn. We don't have this fully enabled yet, so you can, kind of skip that part, leave it blank. Okay, now event description. Again, you want to use whatever the event provides. We, really recommend using something that the event uses in their information, right? I'm just going to cut and paste outside the app. You could do it in your app with your phone, but I'll just say Hanuga event demo. Okay. All right, so this is the information. All of this information above here shows up to the public. Down below, this is information shows up just for the builders. So you'll want to choose the date. Getting these things in, I mean, this one's a little bit harder to pull in. As you can see, you kind of have to scroll your way. Maybe we'll change that or not. I'm just going to put a random date. It doesn't really matter for a demo. But this is the information you want to provide to the builders, that they'll show up on your app. You're saying, I need you to come in. Our setup time is this. Our teardown time, will be a different date. And say it's this. Okay, and any information that you want to send to the builders or as a builder you're looking at, you can put here. So we'll say Steel is bringing the bourbon. Okay, and you can submit your changes. That will get everything updated from here. You see the picture updated once it was submitted. It does the upload. Okay, so now that you have the basics, you can go back and change this as you need. So the next tab, down below are all these tabs. So the owner tab is if you wanted to add additional owners to an event. So for example, I'm going to add Sam. An owner, meaning if you add another owner and they have the event admin role, they will still be able to they can edit the event. They can go into some of the other features further on that we'll go over. So you just need to add whichever owners that you need to, if you need an owner. Sometimes you don't need to. So, for example, if Sam just says, oh, I can't make it, you can just swipe to the left, Sam Morton gets removed. Okay? All right. Now the next tab over here is builders. So this is where we would add the builders who are coming to be in attendance. This will let you in the games, if you're going to start using the games, then that's part of the game is scanning all the builders who attended. So we'll say some of the friends that were there the last time, that they were here. And okay, so I'll throw on these three. All right, so we were all here at the event. Well, let's see, now I feel guilty. And Justin. Okay, so this is a group that was there last time. Then you can go in here. The next tab over is droids. So I'm down here at the bottom. I'm selecting droids. And again, this is used in the events, but it's also used on the public side to say, oh, well, these are the builders who are there. These are the droids that are going to be there, that kind of thing. So we'll just use me as an example. You can start typing in the builders' names, and it's going to show you the list of their droids that you can select. So I'll say I'm bringing my R2 and say Seth is bringing his nurse droid, and Matt maybe is bringing his crazy Mousezilla. Nyla's got a BB-8. Justin's got this BB-89. Okay. All right, so that's that. Now we have the game tab. Now this is where you can disable the scavenger hunt within the app, which lets the public play. So as an event owner, you can turn on the scavenger hunt and say, yes, I'm having the scavenger hunt. You'll also see two additional games over here called Find the Plans and the Bounty Hunter game. These are not enabled at this point, so we don't have the back end stuff working. That will be future. So here's your setup instructions so you understand exactly what is there. Kind of quick ones, if you're on site, it gets kind of hard. So you can go into here, you can start adding props. If we'll have a list of resources, you can download the QR codes for various props. If you have crates and you want to have those hidden around, um, and the end user scans a prop and it pops up saying, oh, you found this. We found that it's a really useful one. If you have vendors that you want to work with and you want us to create a custom one for that vendor, we can certainly do that for you. Got to need a few weeks notice so that we can get the system, get the information updated in the system. But scan all the props that belong to the game, go into the droids, scan all the droids that are participating in the game, and also scan the builders that are participating in the game. Each of the builders should have their name. You can also go into here and add them in this manner. So if you know who wants to participate, for example, just start adding them in. And that means that they are willing to, let people scan them. Same thing on the droids. You could type it all in there. I think I can do this with, there's a Wampa arm. There's a particular scan for this Wampa arm. Okay, so now that game has been configured. Those are the items that would show up in the game. Next tab is the Message Center. Message Center is how you can, when people register at the event that they are there, they scan the event code. You can send messages to them via the messaging part. It's a notification. So it comes to the app only, and they can see it in the Message Center of the app. Same thing, if you're only sending to builders, you would send to just this one. This only goes to builders. Okay, so once you've made those changes, it's one of those things you actually don't have to hit submit, but I just make it a habit. Go hit submit. That is your quick run through on how to create an event. So if you're going to delete it, for example, if you can take the time to go and start deleting everything that you've added into it, that would be super. And we'll go back. So to delete an event, if it you need to hit delete. When you're ready to activate it, by the way, you just need to flip this over as active. The LFL approved event, these two buttons are not really important unless it is LFL approved. Please don't use the featured event. It will clutter up the front page, so we'll just be monitoring it. You could turn it on, for example, within 3 days of the event or a week. Flip on featured. Make sure you flip it back off once the event is over. So we'll keep track. And that's how you create an event.